Hello YouTube, it's Mindbender here, and today we have a twofer. As you can see, I have two mech suits in front of the camera. Actually, this one's more of an exo-frame than a mech suit, but for the sake of simplicity, we'll call it a mech suit for now. But these are just two very simple, relatively simple designs I kind of threw together just in my spare time. And neither one really felt like it was worthy of a video all by itself, so I decided we'll cover them together. This is also introducing, as you can see by the pilots, they are neither Sons of Cybertron nor Prometheus. This is I did say there would be other factions in this just increasingly convoluted and crazy Lego world I've become a slave to building, but here we are. I'll see this through to the end. So this faction is quite simply the US military. And I hope we can not be all political about that, because they're just Lego, it's just toys, it's camo men, camo army men, alright? It's the US military. I'm from the US, so when I think military, I think of the US military. So, no political agendas here, that's just who these guys are. As you can see by the fact that they're using mech suits, this does take place in the near-ish future, like 2050 and on, maybe. And as a result of that, the soldiers are wearing advanced helmets that have not been developed yet. These helmets would, help them pilot their mech suits and give them advanced visibility and make them just more effective soldiers. And actually, not just the mech suit pilots would get this. This is actually my standard US military infantryman, so they all get the helmets. They all get to look cool, but if you do pull the helmet off, you can see that they're just soldiers underneath. Same with this guy over here. And this one, the scout, is actually a female soldier, so hooray. Anyway, so we've got two mech suits. We've got the Spartan, and the Nomad. So the Spartan I got more to say about the Nomad, so we'll save that one for last. And we'll start off with the Spartan. Okay, so the Spartan, plain and simple, is basically just an infantry mech. This would be accompanying squads of soldiers, just, if you want to... I know I said this is in the future, but it's so easy to just imagine this thing, like, marching through Vietnam or something, ground soldiers walking near its feet. And this would probably go ahead of the ground troops, just to make sure, like, if there's a trap, like if there's landmines, it's going to damage this thing a lot less than it would just a regular guy on foot. So this would go ahead of the soldiers. You can see the pilot has, if you look at it dead on, he's got some protection, but he's not super heavily protected. This isn't meant to take, a whole lot of punishment. This is meant to just be kind of a light infantry mech. Like, as you can see, it's carrying... I actually use brick arms, which I haven't used in any of my mocks ever, but it felt appropriate, and I had them kind of laying around, so it's kind of fun. So he's carrying the M60 machine gun, and the idea is that whenever this mech is damaged or goes down, the soldier can just grab the weapon. It's his personal weapon, and he can just continue to use it on foot. So, it's just a light, cheap mech suit that can be deployed very quickly. I'll probably down the line build some kind of deployment method, some kind of drop ship, but that'll come later. And yeah, it's basically just an infantryman scaled up. So that's the Spartan. Alright, and next up is the Nomad mech. And this one I had a lot of fun designing because, well, as you can see by the back here, this whole assembly back here, I had a lot of fun coming up with uses for this new projectile piece with the ball and the bar connection. This thing is just a game changer. I've had so much fun with this thing. And I made this very fun to build. So the Nomad, unlike the Spartan, the Nomad is designed for mobility instead of durability. You can see the legs are a bit longer. It's much sleeker in profile. There's a lot less just mass there. And an unfortunate exchange is that the pilot is completely unprotected. And because of that, this would not be in the front lines of combat. This would be used for scouting. This would go ahead of troops. This would actually be probably sent out on its own days ahead of the main force. And this pilot would be on her own for quite a while, probably weeks at a time, just using this exo frame as like transportation, basically. See, the weapon of choice is a sniper rifle, the Barrett sniper rifle, because this thing is not going to be taking on large groups of enemies at once. Maybe this would be sent for assassination missions, you know, take out this certain person, in which case a sniper rifle would be much more useful. The pilot, as you can see, is carrying a little P90, which, yes, I'm aware that's not an American weapon, but whatever, who cares? And that's just for personal defense, you know, if it comes into contact with enemies it wasn't expecting and the pilot has to leave the exoframe behind and just go on foot, that will be of great use. And yeah, that's the Nomad. Basically just very fast, very light, but not super heavily protected. Alright guys, until next time, I want to thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you really like this video, feel free to subscribe. I've been Mindbender, and I'll talk to you later.